times when he punches, you're going to hear people like, excuse me, like hit this down, okay, hit it out this way, catch. As he's coming in, hit it as he's punching in like this and pull and then catch. My opinion, people don't really punch too much like that anymore. The receiving of it's kind of vague. Every time you ask a different answer, I like to just go right for it and pull it. So as he's punching in, you have to pull like this. Okay? He can't pull back. And at the same time, this hits here, opens it, pulls it right in. Okay? This hand isn't reaching. This hand is pulling. Okay? So how you receive this, there's many different ways. Okay? Main point is getting out of the way so you don't get knocked back on your butt. Okay, that's the most important part. This, I like to just catch and keep pulling as this happens, same time. Okay? And don't be afraid to hit across the Adam's apple with this still. Because if he's really angry and he punches me and I just do this, I'm going to be eating this one. Okay? So if I do this, I'm not going to be eating anything. Except whatever I have made for me at home. Okay? Understand? So please, think of that. Okay? Thank you, Brad. Every rule, but a real simple way to find somebody's elbow is a couple inches up from their wrist. But to find out which way it's pointed, because you're breaking the elbow in the end here, and you need to know this, is to look at the pinky. Okay? And if you grab it like we talked about earlier, you're pointing at it. You're pointing at the way it wants to bend. Okay? So when we bring this guy over with Dou Gaeshi this way, we want his pinky up. Because then his elbow's right here. Okay? For our knee to come right here, the pinky's up. So if you pull his hand over and it's like this, and it's resting on your thigh, you're not going to get Dou Gaeshi. Because you're going to put pressure this way, he's just going to bend his arm. Okay? Turn the pinky up. Have it against, right here, like this. Now his elbow's up, and right here. Okay, so when you bring him over, make sure you hook it and bring it pinky up. Set it on top of your thigh, right here, right at your side, and your knee will find the elbow then. You won't have to worry about which way it's facing. Now, if your opponent isn't being real nice or has a fear of having his elbow locked, then when this is here, he's going to start wiggling this around. But I'm sure everybody's seen where you put your knee on it and just rock your leg back and forth like a stall. Works really nice. We can show you that later if you don't get it, but try not to be like that as a nuke. Relax. Tell your tori to be, relax a little bit too if it's scaring you. Let him get in that position. But anytime you want to find where this elbow is pointing, if you grab the arm and kind of shake it and look at the pinky, you'll find it. Okay? It's just the way you're built. Runs right up to it. Alright? So think about that when you're doing Dou Gaeshi. Pull him over, put the hand here, his pinky should be straight up. And you'll have no problem getting that lock. But if he comes in and this happens here, you miss, okay? In reality, you're not just trying to catch like this, okay? Open him up. Catch over here then. Alright? Right. But when you come in, this it's not written as shito, okay? You're just coming up to grab for a choke. So, but hit the Adam's apple out of the way, and then your thumb kind of rides right in nice and easy. And what if he's not wearing a gi? Yeah. So don't get too overly concerned about this position. It's important to grab and pull, but you can do that from here. Okay? Right? This is more important. If I just come up like this and catch here and he's still looking at me, I've done nothing. That hand's going to come up real soon. Probably before I get this here. Okay? But two punch, boom, right in here. Okay? So don't let him get the second punch. Because you're probably not going to be doing this from your knees in reality. This may happen from a standing position. Alright? So you want to make sure you get across the throat. You can always grab skin or the gi or the shirt or the sweater or whatever he's wearing. The guy, obviously. He's in a position where he can do a push-up style movement to get out of the way. And pushing this way, we have a lot of power. So you have to be right on the money with your lock on that elbow, okay? So when he comes in, you take this position here, down, and bring him back around. You have to make sure that this is proper. I can't be up here like this. He's going to get out of this, okay? If you start trying to bend your elbow and push up, even though I'm pushing down, I'm already off the ground. If he puts a little bit more here, I'm sailing off the back, okay? If he pushes his arm over this way, like getting out of Usodori, he can jump out and get me, okay? So all he has to do is push his arm, and his body a little bit and lift his shoulder up, and I can't control him anymore. If I'm going to pin this, I want to be in this position. So all my weight is on it. This way I can't put all my weight. So if you find yourself up here like this guy's not being honest. You're going to get right up out of that. Okay, I want my weight on his elbow. We'll attack a nice small area. So I pull myself out. Look at his spine. I want to be 45 degrees to this. This way it's going to enable me to have this at my hip and my knee resting on his elbow. Okay? Keeping this flat here and this right there. And he's not going to push to get up at all. Okay? And I don't really need to push at all. Okay, this is against me and this is here. Very simple. Not easy, but simple. Okay? If you're up off this elbow in here in the tricep, yeah, he might experience pain. He might get a little scared because his elbow is pretty vulnerable here. It's off the ground, it's not supported. But if he puts tension in here and starts doing like a curl motion, okay, I'm done. I have to be on this elbow, like this. Now there's no way you can bend it. Okay, this way, and he's going to bend here, and I'm done. I have to now fight another match, okay? Make sure you're on this elbow, please. And, okay, thanks. One good way to practice this, at least for myself, when I was practicing all the time, is like I said, keep your knee in the same position. So let's all line up and we'll do this. We'll just walk through it. So everybody back there so you can see. Grab a spot so you know where your knee is. Can you see me on this part here? Like grab a joint like this in the mat. With your right knee. Yeah. Someone can come here too, please. I'll go here, and someone can go there. So my knee is in this position here on the intersection. Okay? Someone comes and punches, we turn up and come in. Your knee is still in that position. Okay? I'm going to pull my right foot back as if I'm going right back into Zagama. Oh, you shouldn't be like this. Stay lower. Pull. Okay? My left foot stays right where it is. It may drag a tiny bit, but not much. I pull right back into Zagama. Now your opponent is over your left leg. You're still choking, you still have their arm. I'm going to pull with my left toes. Push with my right. I'm just going to spin around. Look where your right knee is. It should be where it started. And if you take your right hand and pull it to your hip, as you spin around, your opponent will be right underneath you. His hand at your hip, elbow under your knee. Okay? Real simple, right?
Hi, yeah.
We're going to do it a couple times. Very simple. Not necessarily easy, but very simple. Okay, your knees into position. Punch comes, receive, drop back, and spin around. Look at your knee. Same spot. Right. Muito. Okay, punch comes in, up, back. Your left foot should be out in front and on an angle. If your shin is perpendicular to the ground, you're not in the right position. Should be at about a 45-degree angle. And then up and skin in. Okay, is your knee in the same place? Good. Your knee needs to be on an angle. It does punch in, whether or not we're hitting it down, or we're hitting it this way, or we're scooping it, or whatever. It's not really going to make much difference. Just get out of the way and come in. So as he comes in, right across here. That was very easy. And just choke sitting down here, straight down, and then okay. Right. So same technique, and just make sure you're coming off the side. So it doesn't matter where his punch comes in. Just move. Oh, that was good. Cut across here like this. Take him straight down. You're opening his back up. You're coming across this way to open this. So with the C, we just sit straight down here. Like this. Okay, and crank him. All right? Any questions? Okay. Any questions on the line repeat?
Thank you.
Okay. Also, the same with Kasumidori. So if he comes up for the grab, you're doing the same straight here. Okay? Just pull back like Katamudori. We're just going to pull back, turn this off, but then kick here. And all the way down. Okay? Do the same idea. Okay? Yep. So Let's try those, okay? 2 each side from standing, and then we'll be done up to Dou Gaeshi. Any questions?
Yeah.
Make sure that when he punches, you're not doing this kind of thing. Okay? Just take him straight down. Here, and turn his hand like this. Right to the ground. Same position. Okay? Make sure you're grabbing pinky, ring, middle. All right on the pinky side of the hand. Like this. Thumb here. If you grab the hand like this, can you do it? No. I have to grab your opponent. So practice with someone right now as I talk about this. Your thumb, the first knuckle in that bends, you want to take that and hook it right on the inside of his pointer finger. You can feel it latches in here. Okay, guys, look. You feel it latches in here, okay? Pull with the pinky ring and middle. All 3, please, not just 2. This will flatten out the pinky bone. Thumb, I want hooked in here and pulling. This is going to flatten his hand out and push with this finger. The bone here, push. This way, these pull that way. This is going to help flatten this out. If you concentrate on grabbing like this, you'll see a huge increase in your joint lock. Okay, and the potential. Alright, but the pinky is very important. If the pinky slips off, you don't have such a great lock any longer. Alright, this is very important.
Don't cut off your pinky.
Don't cut off your pinky. Don't get caught by the upper hand. Okay? So, another thing, don't let your thumb slide up to this part of the fingers. Okay? A lot of bones in here. Once I slide over this bone, I'm adding 4 more. Okay? So the pressure can go through these 4, then in the joint, then through these 4, and then in the next joint, and now it's less pressure. Plus, there's a lot of mobility right here. So if I'm doing this, his hand has a lot of space to run away. If I do this, his hand has a lot less space. His skin helps me. Okay? Does that make sense? Everybody's understanding that?